First game, they drop the puck. And Gersh goes into the offensive zone. He comes back out, they fight for it on the boards. Comes to the breakers, they move it across. And it's intercepted by McEwen. He's going to move in, he's got Gersh with him. He tries to go around him, and it comes to Cunningham. Cunningham's going to dump it, but it's going to come to the breakers, and they're going to try to exit. Theed's going to back up, it's going to be intercepted by Kuba. And they're going to come away, but Theed's going to be there. He's going to backhand it to Gersh. Gersh is going to come up the right side and not quite get it in. He comes to Gersh now. Gersh is going to get it in deep. Gersh is going to go in after it. It's going to come to Kuba. Kuba gets it in deep. It's going to come back to Kuba at the point. It's past him though. And now Comiskey and Theed go after it. Theed gets it to Comiskey. Comiskey's going to turn up ice. Kuba's going to head for a change, and it's going to be stolen by Theed. Theed's going to rush ahead. Theed's going to enter on the left side. He's going to have a shooting lead. He's going to shoot. It's going to be blocked. And Theed's going to still have it low. He tries to push it in front. Now Zemansky and Rooney are back. Comiskey with them. It's going to come to Zemansky. He's going to move it up front to Weinstein. McDonald's going to join Zemansky on D as Theed gets off. Rooney with it now. Rooney's going to move to the slot, but the breakers come away with it, and they're going to push it up ice. Zemansky's going to tap at it. And Zemansky's going to come away. He's going to enter the slot. He's going to go down the right side. It's going to come to Weinstein. He's got a man. He shoots it. It's going to come rebound. And it's a nice save by the breaker goalie. You can go ahead. Yeah. It'll cost you one fry. And away comes Rooney. Rooney has it back in his own end. Rooney's going to charge up the ice with it. He comes up the right side. He's looking for a man. Rooney's going to pass it to Caber Downs. Caber Downs is going to backhand it into the zone. He makes a move, still on it, on the half boards. He's got Tucker going to the net. He still has Tucker, but a nice play by the breaker D is able. Now Caber Downs tries to get it to Tucker in front, but he loses the puck. It comes to a breaker. And the breaker is going to move it out. Kapler and McDonald on defense now. It's going to pop out to the point, and the breaker's going to put it down deep. It's going to go behind the net. Kapler's going to chase after it. Kapler's going to poke it out. It's going to come to Tucker. It's going to come back to Kapler. He's going to go back into his zone after it. He's going to look. And he's going to put it off the boards to Tucker. It's going to come to the point, though, and they're going to dump it back down in deep. And it's going to come behind the net. McDonald's going to chase after it. Now Cavalcante's after it. Cavalcante's going to move up. And he's going to hit Caber Downs, who's going to dump it in red. Thompson in now on D. They're going to come around the point. They're going to kind of bring it out. Cavalcante is going to look. He's going to get to Kapler. Kapler's going to chop at it and keep it in to get it deep. Now McEwen's after it. McEwen's going to circle. McEwen's going to look. He's going to throw it back to the point, but nobody's there. Cunningham was coming on late. Now Kapler's going to chase after it. Kapler's going to win the chase and turn and look up ice. He's going to skate with it. He's going to throw it ahead. It's going to come to McEwen. McEwen's going to move ahead. McEwen's got Gersh on his right. They're going to be offsides. Oh, they blew a whistle. And then they kept playing. I don't know. Nobody heard the whistle, I guess. I thought maybe I was wrong on the offsides, but I think I was correct. They dropped the puck. It's one. Comes back to Thompson. Thompson's going to try to move it to Kapler. He has it on his backhand. And it's going to come to Gersh. Gersh is going to charge in on the right side. Gersh moves to the slot. He's on his backhand. He shoots it. It's going to come to McEwen. McEwen tries to shoot it in, but it's kept away by the defensive play of the breakers. Breakers going to try to clear it out. It comes out to the point, and Kapler's going to have to chase after him into his own zone. Kapler's going to fire back and corral the puck. He's going to go behind his net with it. He's going to look up. He's going to fire it up to McEwen, but it's going to be off of a stick, and McEwen's going to have to chase. McEwen gets control of it. He's down low. He puts it in front. The breakers control it. Comes back to McEwen. McEwen's got a man on the point. He's going to put off the boards to Kuba. Kuba's going to keep it on the blue line. He's going to move to center and shoot, and he just missed the screen goalie. Comes back to Weinstein, who's tripped. Comes out in front. The Palm Breakers are going to move ahead with it. The breakers move up the ice. They dump it in, but it's intercepted by Theed. Theed's going to push it to Kuba. Kuba's going to make a move and storm up the ice. He's got a man open. Nice pass by Kuba. He's got Comiskey who gives it to Rooney. Rooney's going to walk in. Rooney's going to make a shot. And what a save by the Breaker goalie. It's going to come back to Rooney on his backhand. It's still out. It's going to come to the point. Kuba's going to get it back to Thied. Thied's going to shoot it. And another save by the Breaker goalie. What a save. Good start for the Palm Beach Breaker goalie. All right, they get a late line change in here. Kuba and Thied come on. Kuba shoots it, it's blocked, and Palm Beach chases after it. And they move it up, and it's going to be dumped in deep. Thied's going to chase after it into the corner. Thied's going to play it on his backhand, but not out. Now it's going to go to the center of the ice. Thied's going to come away with it. He's got Rooney with him. Thied's going to charge up the left. He's going to make a move, but he's stopped, but it's onside. They continue to proceed into the zone. Rooney's going to make a move around a man, tries to pin it up in the boards. He's going to escape with it. The fight's hard. He goes to his backhand. And another save by the Palm Beach Breaker goalie. A good start for the Breaker goalie. All right, so Mansky and McDonald come in on D. They've got Cabor Downs, Tucker, and Cavalcante on offense. Got some blue hearts, I see. And Cabor Downs comes away with it in the corner. Cabor Downs is going to spin with it. He loses control. The Breakers get it, but it's intercepted by Cavalcante. Cavalcante is going to work it to McDonald. McDonald works in and shoots it, but it's intercepted. And the Breakers come away 2-on-1. Zelmansky's back. Cabor Downs back checking to make it a 2-on-2. Zelmansky poke checks it, but it comes in, and the Breakers are going to score. They go high on Lee on the 2-on-1. 1-0. Breakers at 6:53 of the first. All right, Gersh, McEwen, Kapler, Thompson, and Cunningham come back in. Comes to Kapler. Kapler's going to look up. Kapler's going to start ahead with it. He's going to move it ahead. Nice pass to Cunningham. He's going to go into the net. It's going to go to Kapler. He deflected it on net, but he couldn't get it past the goalie. Now he chases back. And it's going to come back into Kapler's skates. He's going to push it forward to McEwen. McEwen's going to push it back to Thompson. Thompson's going to get it back to McEwen. McEwen's going to give it back. He's going to enter the zone. It's going to get kicked around. It's going to pinball out. Can Thompson keep it in? No, it's going to come back out. Thompson will chase after it. The Breakers go for a change. Thompson's going to look up ice, and it's going to be icing. And they're in the change. All right, the Breakers come into the offensive zone. They win the face-off. They get it back to the point. Rooney chases after it. It's kept in, though. Kuba's going to go after it behind the net. Breakers still have it. It's going to come to Rooney. Rooney's going to come up. He's got Weinstein on his right. Rooney's going to charge up. The Breaker falls down, and Rooney jumps over him. And now they're going to move in 3-on-2. It's going to go in front, just out of the reach of Weinstein. They're going to move ahead. The Breakers come down the left now. Kuba back on D. It's going to come back out to Rooney. Rooney's going to bat at it, and he's going to hit it. Comiskey's going to charge ahead. He gets it to Rooney. Rooney's going to look up. He's going to dump it in, and he's going to go for a change. And it's going to come almost like Weinstein. Puck comes out. The Breakers move ahead. 1-on-4. He shoots it. It's gloved down by Lee. He's going to hand it to Feed. Feed's going to have some room here. Feed's going to gain a head of steam. And he loses it though on the rush, and it's going to come to Cavalcante. Cavalcante's going to put off the boards to Tucker, but it's out of his reach. Now Caper Downs is going to fight it in, and now McDonald will come on with Somansky. They're going to battle for it. Caper Downs looks for it coming out of the pile, but they can't get it to him. And now Tucker's going to spin it down low to Cavalcante. Cavalcante's going to put it in front, just out of reach of Caper Downs. The stick lifted nicely by a breaker. The breakers come out of the zone with it. They clear it. They dump it back in. Tucker puts it off the boards, but it's offsides now. And now Caper Downs is going to steal it. And he's going to swat at it, but it's going to go the length of the ice. That may be icing. And they wave it off. McDonald's going to go behind the net. He's going to push it over to Zomansky. Zomansky's going to put it up back to McDonald. He's going to chase after in the left corner. He's going to come to Caper Downs right at the red line, and it's going to be chopped at by Tucker, but it's going to come back. And now it's going to come to Gersh. Gersh is going to make a move. He's got a man just out of the reach of McEwen, but he tips it in, so it won't be icing. He chases after it. The puck's deflected back into the corner. Cunningham's on it. It comes back to McEwen. McEwen's going to get it to Cunningham at the half boards. Cunningham's going to work in on his backhand. It's going to just come out of the zone. Thompson's going to get it. Thompson's going to look up the ice, and he's going to storm up the left side. And now they're going to come back, and Thompson's going to get it behind the net. Thompson's going to dump it to Zelmansky. Zelmansky's going to survey the scene and put it up to McEwen. McEwen's going to get it back to Zelmansky. And it's going to come back to Zelmansky. Zelmansky's going to charge up the right side. It's going to come to Cunningham. Cunningham from the high slot's going to have his stick tied up. He's going to dump it down. It's off the goalie. Zelmansky's going to make it off the ice. Kapler's going to come on. It's going to come in. He's going to chase after it fresh. Kapler's going to go behind the net, pick up some steam. He's going to look up ice. He looks for a man. He's going to push it ahead. He's got McEwen. McEwen's going to storm ahead. McEwen's going to dump it in. Here comes Steed. It's going to be stolen. Kapler's going to move to the middle. And Rooney's going to make a spin move on it. It's going to come out. And it's going to be out. They're going to have to chase back. The puck came to a breaker. With good back checking by three Scorpions. Comiskey, Feed, and Kapler. And now Comiskey looks at it. He sees Weinstein. It's off the boards. He's got a man. It's Rooney. Rooney's going to charge in. He loses the puck. It's going to come back to Weinstein. Weinstein's going to get to the middle. He's going to go to the backhand. And it's going to be stolen. The breakers come back out. Feed and Kapler back. The breakers are going to dump it in. And Feed's going to get it. Feed's going to look and put it off the boards to Kapler. Kapler's going to turn and look. He's going to reverse it back to Feed. Feed's going to come around. Feed's going to push it up the ice off the skate of Comiskey, but it's stolen by a breaker. Breaker moves to the circle. He's going to fire it behind the net, and Kapler's going to chase after it. Kapler's going to come away with it. He's going to look. He's going to look up the ice. He has a man. He's going to pass it to him. It's Rooney. Rooney's going to break the defense. Rooney's going to go in. He's behind the fence. He shoots, and he misses on the left side. They still fight for it. Comes to Feed. Feed's going to move it across, but there's a man there. And now Feed and Kapler are going to have to chase after to prevent the breakaway. They're going to catch the breaker. Good hustle by Feed and Kapler. Kapler's going to come off. On comes Kuba. They get it to Weinstein. Weinstein's going to shoot it. Ooh, nice save by the breaker goalie. Breaker goalie having a good first period. 1-0 here, Breakers. Start of the first. End of the first. They're going to fire it in. Lee's going to block it into the corner. And away with it is going to come Cavalcante. He's going to push it ahead to Caper Downs. Tucker's going to move ahead. Can they get one here late? 51 seconds left. Tucker's going to curl around. He's got a step. He's going to move in, put it on his backhand. He's going to put it down deep to Caper Downs. 42 seconds left. They're going to come to a breaker. The breaker's going to try to clear, but Tucker's going to cut it off. And they're going to get it deep again. They're going to move it around the boards. McDonald's going to push in, and he's going to keep it in on a nice check. Comes back, and now the breakers have it again. They're going to try to clear, but this time it's intercepted by Caper Downs, and they're going to move it out. 22 seconds left in the periods. Kuba's going to chase after it. Kuba takes it by reverses, and he's going to take it behind the net to McDonald. McDonald's going to push it up to Cunningham. It's out of the zone with 8 seconds left, and that should kill the period with an offsides call. The Breakers up 1-0. Four seconds will expire, and we'll take a break for the 1-minute intermission.